we have 3 base pieces that make the base of the card, and will eventually spell the word boo. So we have the B and the O and the O. Now the thing you need to remember is that the cut part is going to go on the right here, and the solid is going to go on the left. So that means if you have them backwards, it's not going to work very well. So just make sure they're kind of laid out like this. You also want to make sure that you have your 2 glue tabs facing the right as well. So just kind of line them up like this and we'll be all set. Take your pieces and go back and forth and back and forth. Make sure they're loose because this does have moving parts. So I have already done that off camera. Just make sure that you do it as well before you start gluing. And then we are going to start putting them together. I am going to put the glue on the top here because we want the tab underneath. So let me get some glue on here. All right, and then we're going to take the middle section, which is the smallest one, and we're just going to line it right up there. Make sure it's straight on the top and on the bottom. Okay, line it up there. Give it a good press. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing with the last section. Once you've figured this out, it's really quite simple. So I think you're going to like it. All right, we're going to do the same thing here. Line these up a little bit better. There we go. Give it a good press. All right. Now we have one very long piece. It won't even all fit here on the camera. But that's what we want to do. Okay, I'm going to put this off to the side here, and then we're going to do the letters. Okay, let's say boo. We have 3 letters, a B and 2 O's. I've already done the B and the O. This is actually, I think, possibly the most difficult part, and then it's not hard at all. All we're going to do is we're going to glue it down. Now, because it's round or roundish, it can easily get a little bit off center, a little bit crooked. I've had a problem with this with myself, and I haven't really come up with a good way of not getting it that way. So I like to go ahead without glue, line it up the best that I can, make sure they kind of go in the middle, and then just kind of lift this piece up and then add some glue. Okay, we're going to put it down there. Then we're going to go to the bottom and do the same thing. Oh, see, I did get a little off. Let's see if I can fix that. There we go. If some of your pieces hang over the edge, just trim them off with scissors. It's a spider web. There's really, you know, but like I said, if it's a little bit off, it's all right. It's a spider web. Who's to say that that wasn't your intention all along? Okay, now we have the letters that spell boo, and now we're going to go ahead and add them to our base. Okay, I'm going to start with the B, and I kind of folded this over a little bit to get it out of the way. That's fine. When you're at home, just, you know, go ahead and spread them out. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to line it up like a little puzzle, okay? And then we are only going to put glue on the part, see the little score line right here? The only bit of glue goes to the left of the score line, always. So that's why this is like it is. So I'm going to turn this over. First of all, I can see that when this is in place, like the puzzle, okay, it has a little bit, you know, right there, but it's mainly all on this side. So I'm going to be okay putting glue from this side over. All right. In fact, I'm going to put a little bit right here. And then I'm just going to be, there we go. All right. So then we're going to go back, put this in like a puzzle. Make sure it meets up everywhere. And then just go ahead and press it down. All right. Now before we start messing with it, I want to make sure that it's good and secure. All right. And there we go. Now it opens up and you only see half of it. So that's what we want to do with the other pieces as well. So I'm going to take my O, and it's going to meet right in there like a puzzle. Okay, so again, we're only going to do it on the left side. All right, I'm going to hold the left side up a little bit until I get it lined up in there, like where I want it. Okay, just like that, and we're going to press that down. All right, and again, pops up just like that. Now we're going to do the second O, and we're going to do it the same way. Make sure it fits in there. Goes in there a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to take this, just put some glue on this side. All right, line it up like a puzzle piece. There we are. Press it down, give it a nice press, and there we are. Perfect. Okay, now let's go ahead and put some panels on. Okay, we have panels for each section of our card. We have the front, the back, and then the letters. Now, the letters, of course, the panels are split. So we'll go into that in a second. First of all, I want to do the front. The front is going to be done a little bit different. We have two pieces instead of one, and they look like this. And the reason why is so that when it flips, you'll have one like this. And then, of course, this is actually the front of the card. So then you'll have one here. So let's go ahead and put the front of the card on. Now, all of the pieces have about roughly 1/4 of an inch border around, except for the front panels. The front panels, they butt right up against that hole there. So let's go ahead and get that on there. Just going to add a little bit of glue. All right. And then we're going to line this up with the hole. All right. So let's make sure that before the glue sets, we get that lined up. Okay. And there we go. And then, of course, on the inside, it's going to be the same. Just line that up with the hole. You might be a little more careful with your glue. Don't want you to have to sit and watch me apply glue to things. Okay, we're getting this lined up nice. All right, and there's the inside. Okay, all right, now let's do some of the letters. We have the B, and there's half of it. Get this out of the way a little bit. Half of it is going to go right here, and you're going to have just a small amount of the background showing like that, all right? All right, there we go. Might have gotten it a little too close there. All right, and then we're going to do the other side. Okay. When I take my pieces off of the cutting mat, I generally go ahead and place them like this on a tray so that way I know I have them all in the right direction. But however you want to do it is, of course, fine. All right, let's do the O's. I love how this looks when it's done. And, you know, you get all this really, really cute Halloween paper, and I wanted a project that you could see more of the paper, which is why there's the panels. Because the paper, I mean, wow, they've come out with some really great ones. Now, this one is a little plain, what I'm using, but it kind of has to be for the photos. But, you know, for personal use, yeah, I would definitely use some of those adorable Halloween papers. Okay. Right. Add a little bit of glue right there. That one keeps coming up. Okay, just a couple more. And the back panel is solid because you're going to have a sentiment panel on top of that. And that would be really great to put some stamping or just a personal note. Okay, so You can see how easy that went together. Now let's put the cute paper on top. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and, since we were just talking about that sentiment panel, mine is plain right now, but you can fix yours up as cute as you want to be. This is the only piece that's white. You can make it any color you want, obviously. I left mine white so I could stamp on it later. And then this can be adjusted however you want it to be. It goes in a little bit, and I thought that might be cute rather than just having it all straight, kind of crooked like a little spider's web. All right, so I'm going to put it in set a little bit, or should I put it out? What the heck, I'll put it out. There we go. So I put mine out going a little bit over the edge. All right, and then we're going to add some of these panels. This is where I was telling you, wouldn't that be cute with some, this has a little pattern on it. This is an Echo Park paper, but man, they have some really, really cute ones. I know that Stephen Duncan also has a couple of Halloween papers that have like a scene. How cute would that be? All right, and then these just going to go in the center, right there. Okay. This is actually an older Echo Park paper, but love them all. And I don't mind buying Echo Park and Cartabella papers because generally you can use one collection that coordinates. If you buy a new collection, it usually coordinates with previous seasons. So that way, if you don't use it all, I don't feel bad about it because I know eventually I will. And in fact, I think this one's a couple years old and I hadn't used that cute paper yet. I was looking at some pretty crazy ones. I was like, ooh, I want to use that. But I knew it wouldn't photograph well. So we're sticking with the orange on orange. Right. To get these all on, now that you can see how this goes, I am going to speed this up a little bit. All right, the last two are for the front, and we have these little tiny triangles. And let me get it off my tray here. Okay. So this one is just like the others. And then we'll take the little triangle and put it up there in the corner. All right, I'm going to put the long end of the triangle towards the score line. And there we go. All right, then we're going to do the same on the front. And then we have one more thing to add, which I am looking forward to getting that spider off of my desk. He is a little bit creepy, just floating around my studio here. All right, line that up. Everything's a little bit forgiving. So if it's not perfect, don't worry about it. Woo, except I used way too much glue there. Okay. Now we're going to pop these all out. All right, and now that this is all closed, we're going to take the little spider. He would also be cute. Yeah, he would be creepy if you gave him a little pop dot right there, but I'm just going to glue him in place today. All right, so he is actually then on the inside, and you can see that when you unfold it, he says boo. There you go. Okay, yeah, see, wouldn't this be cute with a little bit more pattern? All right, well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like the video, please hit like and subscribe for more, and I will see you again soon. Thanks so much. Bye.